this money is going. Anyone who's perspicacious enough to pay attention to the world around them sees that all the governments on Earth are endlessly just printing money. They just create money. They don't even bother to print it anymore. They can just type it in on a computer screen, and then it exists. Do you think it just sits in some bank account dormant? Do you think it just vanishes and goes away? No, somebody ends up owning that money. Somebody gets that money. Some of you will be smart enough to understand who a few of the people who are getting the money are. But other normal people are also getting the money. They call it trickle-down economics. And of course that is a scam, but if you're at the very, very bottom of a large waterfall, you usually get a little bit wet. You don't get all the water, but you get some of it. We're in the information superhighway. I'm sitting here doing a little bit of work. I have a few phones. And it's the phone itself, which is, to a degree, a huge tool for the Matrix, because it knows everyone you talk to, it knows where you go, it knows what you do, it knows what you search, etc. But it's amazing to me that most of you at home will sit here, use a phone, access the internet, see that billions of dollars are being printed, and not sit at home and think, how do I get some of those billions of dollars? Oh, you need to have a government contract. No, you don't. If I were to tell you that every time money's printed, I got some, you would either not believe me or you would believe me. And if you did believe me, you'd sit and go, I want to know what he's doing. It's kind of amazing to me, especially when it comes to money, that people have this big problem learning from somebody who knows things they don't know. If I want to learn piano, I find somebody who can play piano and say, teach me how to play piano. You need to find somebody who's living the life you want to live and ask them how it's done. And I'm one of the people out here who will tell you very openly and very honestly how it's done. And I do that purposefully because the Matrix relies on secrets. It relies on secrecy. It relies on most of you at home not understanding how any of this works. If you all understood how it worked, they couldn't do it anymore. For me to combat and break the Matrix, the best thing I can possibly do is make all of you richer. Once the Matrix starts to break down because you don't need to work anymore, because despite the fact the Matrix has attacked you and you've been locked in a jail cell and all your bank accounts have been frozen, you're living the dream life, then everything changes. There are so many things about the world you do not know. And it's really just a matter of whether you're prepared to sit down and learn them, or if you want to stay ignorant and stay a slave. Because slavery requires ignorance. Look at any period of slavery in human history, it was based on ignorance. They didn't want slaves to read, they didn't want them to write, they didn't want you to be able to understand legal papers, the Bible, anything. It was all done very purposefully. You're going to school and there's a reason they're teaching you nothing at all of importance, because the important things are held from you and they're kept from you. To escape the Matrix, you need two things. One, you need knowledge. You need knowledge of the things which matter, which I'm prepared to teach you. And two, you need love. Love beats the Matrix because love allows you to stick up for and protect the things you care about. Love allows you to go through the pain required to become something successful. And you're only going to do that with love, not hate. You have to love yourself and love your family and love your community. It's love that breaks the Matrix. It's amazing to me, people will sit at home and scroll Twitter, use their phone, access the information superhighway, and they'll see that their government is inflating their currency and printing billions of dollars, and they have no desire to try and get hold of some of that money. Because there are people out there who get hold of that money. I promise you, it doesn't just vanish. It doesn't just disappear in dormant accounts. People get it, which is why they print it. Don't you want to understand how all of this works? Don't you want to actually be knowledgeable enough to understand how the world truly functions? I'm here to teach you things which matter. I'm here to teach you things today which will change how you view the world tomorrow. What I'm not here to do is make you a slave. I think most people also don't understand that time is an extremely valuable currency, and the Matrix tries very hard to waste your time. It's distance from event. They tell you, don't worry, you'll be rich when you finish uni. Don't worry, you'll be rich when you pay off your mortgage. They try and long things out. They try and take your time and waste your years. Because by doing that, you stay subservient, you stay subdued. They hang a carrot and a dream far off in the distance. None of it's real. It's never going to come. You're never going to be rich. You're never going to have what you want if you follow the path they've laid out for you. Because the path is designed to make slaves inside the Matrix. It's not designed to make you escape. I can teach you things today which will change the way you act tomorrow. In real time, instantly. And that's what's important. You need knowledge. You need action. You need love for the world around you. And truthfully, most people are not prepared to be free. I've watched that movie maybe 100 times. And I'm telling you, it was a prophecy. Most minds depend on the Matrix for safety. But if you're smart enough to understand that you get to live once, and if you want your life to be a life worth living, you need to have unique experiences and unique capabilities. I will teach you how to escape.
You got a call from your brother. He crashed his car. He needs a car to be able to go to work every day. You don't have one to lend him. No one does. He has 2 weeks paid vacation saved. You are going to need to make $5 grand in the next 2 weeks to buy him a car. You are a member of the real world, the best financial educational platform on planet Earth. Now, what business model would you follow?
Business Mastery. $10,000 to $20,000 a month.
$45,000.
Once I found the business master account, I was able